Hi, my troublesomes, it's Miracle, and welcome back to Mind of a Miracle. I'm so happy you guys decided to join me today, and honey, we are doing what we do best, and that is minding other people's business. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a little comfort pillow, go ahead and pour yourself a little drinky drink, honey, because I got the hot cocoa for you. Babes, we are doing something a little bit different today, and instead of focusing in on the beauty community, I'm actually going to be focusing in on pop culture. Reason being, everyone in the beauty community seems to be talking about the same things, and it's getting kind of repetitive and I'm kind of bored of it. Let me know how you feel about it, and also if you would be interested if I did more stuff like this. And if you have not already, please like this video, make sure you share it and subscribe, hit that bell notification to receive updates any other time that I upload, and let's get into it. So this quarantine season, so to speak, has caused a lot of people to find some way to be able to entertain themselves. Surprisingly, celebrities get bored too, and a lot of them are adhering to the rules and regulations set forth by their state, their government, and or country. So let's just give them a round of applause for doing that. Set an example, okay? There are a lot of celebrities, and I send them all of the commendation for doing so, who are taking the time to make sure they engage with their audience and fans by throwing impromptu DJ sessions and or concerts. There are individuals like Pink Sweats, Daniel Daly from Division, along with Tory Lanez. Unfortunately, it seems that not all things can be all fun and loving and wholesome. Some people have the tendency to take things a little bit too far and share a little bit too much. Now, I don't know if any of you are privy to this, but sometime last week, Instagram actually stopped people from being able to collaborate with each other because people were getting a little bit too frisky. Rapper Lil Boosie ended up being a standing example for individuals to want to follow. He had offered women $1,000 to bust their thing wide open and show him a little something something.
Let me try her, man. Let me try Lily, man. See what she working with. I want to see today. I'm cash shopping.
Tens of thousands of people, probably hundreds of thousands of people by now, have seen many ladies go on there with the promise of being paid out, a spreading wide eagle. They showed their adunanani. And if you guys don't know what that is, I don't know what to tell you. I'm so sorry. So many people were rather interested and inspired by this that they ended up copying, and Instagram ended up reaching out to Boosie and saying, hey bruh, you need to cut it out, because if you don't, your account's gonna be suspended. So they let him off with a warning. Funnily enough, he ended up doing an online interview with Charlemagne the God. In the process of him speaking to Charlemagne, he was actually questioned on whether or not he has to pay for the female anatomy, to which he vehemently denied, and he said that he has not spent any cash on the poo-tang since 2003, and he spent a grand total of $200 for he and his friend to run a train on one lucky individual.
I ain't paying a bitch shit. That shit was all cap. Okay. I was just clowning on live. Boosie a stingy mother. If I can't fuck you off my name, I'm passing.
Man, I know you done tricked on a woman before, Boosie.
I'm not paying for no pussy. I get it free. I'm a rapper. Women
Stop
love
it,
entertainers.
You done bought a girl a bag of something.
I ain't paid for pussy since 2003. I ain't paid for pussy since 2003 in Texas.
Now, it seems that people aren't only interested in having people degrade themselves on camera. Well, at least not in a sexual sense. We have individuals like Trippie Red, who actually offered a sum of $1,000 as well to an individual, and his task was to staple his forehead and eat human fecal matter.
All right, count it down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
and it has yet to be seen or confirmed that the individual who ended up harming themselves in this way, shape, and or fashion has yet to receive any monetary compensation. And the final person of interest actually stars Young Chop and his little scuffle with 21 Savage and Sukihana. Rapper 21 Savage is actively known to be a goon. Now, if you guys do not know what a goon is basically the industry standard of what a mafia member is, okay? Gang members, bang bang. He and Young Chop, who is also allegedly a goon, got into it, especially since Young Chop was actually seen to be in Atlanta within 21's territory. 21 was like, pull up, bruh, you ain't got it. And Young Chop said, I got it. And he ended up pulling up to 21's neighborhood. Now, the story gets rather interesting towards the end, and long story short, after Young Chop arrived at 21's neighborhood, he ended up searching him out, and in the process he kept inquiring about him in the streets, to which he was being antagonistic and very patronizing. Unfortunately, he ended up dragging in his Uber driver. Now, Mr. Uber driver kindly did his job and dropped Young Chop off at the location. He ends up asking the Uber driver to stay within the area because he wasn't going to take the time to request another one, and so he makes the Uber driver wait. He ends up getting back in the vehicle and more people ended up showing up. So then Young Chop ends up getting out of the vehicle and he tells Mr. Uber driver to stay there. We see the aftermath, and this is what ended up happening to the Uber driver's vehicle.
Bro, they need to go hire some more bro. I swear to God. Bro. They need to go hire some more bro. What the bro? Really, bro? Y'all let off that many shots and ain't hit shit, bro?
Thankfully, no one was hurt. A couple days later, Young Chop was actually arrested for showing a weapon on one of his Instagram lives, but he ended up bailing himself out soon after. But that's not all we have for Young Chop, because he seemed to have gotten into it with Sukihana. She too is a goon. Everybody in this story is basically a goon. Suki unfortunately also has another name attached to her, and she is known as the industry thought. I don't like that terminology, but unfortunately for the sake of this story, that's what I have to use because that is what she is called. Young Chop actually took to Instagram to actually publicly belittle Sukihana and call her out on being less than physically desirable, to which Suki ends up calling him out and airing him out and showing some rather interesting DMs that he actually took the time to send her. And they actually were seen to appear on live together where she roasted him and dragged him across, up and down the block.
Can you explain why you mad?
You need to wash your ass with that fake watch on. And you a cop ass little gun. You ain't got no sticks, you hoe. And wash that plaque off your teeth. And look like you been sucking dick a fucking day. Bitch, fuck that gay. Bitch, we got Max around here, you puss ass nigga. And you ain't shoot shit yet. You sitting there shooting in the fucking sky, you fat ass troll. You big troll that live under the bridge. You need to close that fucking mouth where I put a dick in it. Puss ass nigga, I wouldn't even piss on you, fat fuck. You fucking cop.
So, my Troublesomes, opinion time. Woo! So, what do I think about what actually transpired amongst these people? Okay, so let's just make it real easy. To anybody who is watching this, who has been a fan of a celebrity or an influencer, please, while I cannot tell you not to belittle yourself or put yourself in a vulnerable position, because ultimately that is up to you and your decisions, and I can't tell you what you can't do, I suggest first and foremost that you not do it. But if you feel the need to actually partake in certain activities that you would usually question, if something is actually promise to you, make sure you either get that in writing, make sure you get a verbal contract, make sure that you are protecting yourself, because I don't want you to end up like these individuals. So honey, get your bag. Get your bag. Hey, this is my Cash App. This is my PayPal. This is my Venmo. Make sure you send that cash money over to me first before you make me bust it wide open. I want that to be your conversation. But first and foremost, I really, really, really want to implore you not to do it. Please don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not. And unfortunately, this is a message to the celebrities or influencers that are making their fans do this for them. It's kind of, it's sad. These people are the ones that are giving you their dollars, their times, the streams, the views, the support. They're the ones who help you to live the lifestyle that you are living. And then for you to take advantage of them when they're supporting you, when they believe in you and they actively think that you are directly going to help them. And I would encourage you to take the time to reflect and understand what exactly you are doing, because without this individual, without these collective individuals being here to support you, you wouldn't even be in that position, no matter how talented you are. I can't talk to people about the lives that they lead in the streets because unfortunately, I can talk about this until I'm blue in the face. I don't think these activities are right. I don't think it's conducive to risk your life for the sake of what? For notoriety? For territory, for money. Why risk your life for those things? But you know what? You're gonna lead the life you want to lead, but please actively know that you made a choice to live that life. Somebody like that Uber driver, he didn't make that choice to be wrapped up in that. And you not only risked your life, young chap, you risked his life too. And you possibly could have caused him to be taken away from his friends and family because you got into some squabble and showed up alone and unprotected in an area that is not your own. For what? I'm tired of especially young black men being put into positions and environments to which they could avoid for nothing. I'm tired of this being the representation that the industry and media ends up bringing to the forefront, because that's apparently all black men, that's all they can aspire to be. I'm tired of it. And I would just hope that you make better decisions in the future. And if you don't, please stop involving other people who don't deserve to be involved with that, because it's not fair to them. And you guys can tell me that I'm just talking to the wind, but it's an opportunity that I have to be able to speak about something that I care about. And I just hope that with more conversations like this, this sort of result is not the outcome. As far as Sukihana and Young Chop, I don't know what it is about people on social media these days, but please explain to me what the point of trying to clown somebody whose DMs you actively knew you slid into, and then giving the person active evidence on the fact that you were attracted to them in the first place, and then making yourself look to be a fool. Why? Please let me know, because honey, you gave, Suki won that battle before you even tried to clown her. She had the evidence, and then you just look silly. You just, I would say that she did too much though, because she just read this man to filth, and he didn't even have an opportunity. Did you see his face? He was just shooketh. If I was read to filth like that, I would just leave the internet. It'd be time to retire. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Make sure that you comment and you share, and I definitely told you to subscribe earlier. I want to make sure that I'm creating content for you guys that you enjoy. So if you guys did not like this sort of topic, let me know. But if you did enjoy it, or if you want to know more about pop culture and the things that I hear about that, also let me know, because I really enjoy making videos for you guys. And I do apologize that I haven't been that active in making this content recently, because this whole situation got me messed up, let me tell you, okay? And then my head has been hurting, and I think it's attributed to lack lack of sleep. I have not been sleeping. I do anticipate being more active because if I'm gonna be tired, guys, I might as well be tired with you. So that's all I have for you. Okay, love you, okay, bye!